Welcome to part 2 of what I'm taking to the Stalking Show. So started off with catchers, glow in the dark, muntjac catchers. I've actually got one more muntjac catcher on here that I forgot to show you beforehand. But anyway, this is part 2. So I'm going to start off with two that are a bit different, sort of like them specialist blades, a different steel to what I've used before, but I know I've mentioned it beforehand, and I've also done a quick little video of them cutting through a piece of paper, which is everybody's amazed by. But I'll spin camera around. The wood is cherry, and it's sort of like got a cherry red coloured resin there as well. Row head pin, and my Falla version has got a Falla head pin in there. Now this steel is MagnaCut. MagnaCut is a powdered steel, so it's got a slightly different to what it is in my usual blades, which is the 14C28N, which is in most of them. But with the powdered steel, it's sort of like your next grade up. Now the difference is this is supposed to be have a slightly higher wear resistance. It's still supposed to be easy to sharpen. But because of what it is, I've been advised by Peter Eaton, who's another knife maker I've got a lot of respect for. He says take the edge down quite thin, so to about 4.4 of a mil, then put the bevel on, but you can put an 18-degree bevel on it as opposed to what I would usually do with a 20-degree bevel. Bevel. So it's a little bit finer. But those ones, just because of that, the steel's a little bit more expensive, so they are a little bit more pricier as a knife as well. However, they are available, so that's those two. Like I say, the Falla version there. The blocks, the handle material I've made myself, so I've stabilised the cherry burl and then set it in the resin to make a block. Quite a sod to hand sand as well, so a lot of work has gone into those ones. Right, next ones. So these ones are what are inspired by my friend who's got a Merkel K5. Starting off with the fallow. So if I look at the handle, the front is rosewood with a walnut back. Brass pins in there. So I've got two little pins at the front, and then this one, because it's the Falla, has got a Falla brass pin, or the Falla mosaic pin. And the blade has been Cerakoted in, I think it's graphite black, that one that I've done. Black and white liners on there. The sheath itself, something that's a little bit different. I've used heavy duty D-ring from Abbey Foundry, or Abbey England. Put a dangler on there as well. So there we go. Walnut brown sheath, white stitching on it. Now, you don't have to use the dangler part. The difference that I use, I'll just manipulate it a little bit more. So if you don't want to use the dangler, you just fold it out of the way. I know that you can get either a clip that'll hold the dangler on, or some people use press studs on there. There's no problem with using stuff like that. I just like the fact that if everything's all sewn together, it's not going to come apart, therefore it's not going to fail on you. So therefore, if you just want to put it onto your belt, you can do. If you want to use it with the dangler, you can. So therefore, you've got a bit of a preference. There we go. So the next one, same again, the sheet's exactly the same, but this time I've got a row version. This row head pin, I've got a side on and I've got a front on. I like the front on one. I'll just try and catch it without the light sort of in the way. There we go. Front end, so again, brass pins at the front. This it looks slightly different, but it's a slightly darker walnut handle. So it's slightly darker walnut. Rosewood there at the front again. Cut on a diagonal. Black blade. The next one, I've got another row version, but this row one doesn't have a mosaic pin on it. It's got a, what they call, well, it's not a loveless bolt, it's a Corby bolt at the front. So although it looks like a pin, it is bolted at the front, so I added an extra bit of security, or a little bit more secure, but I've never really had a problem with them anyway. Again, black blade on there. Then with the next one, muntjac catcher version, muntjac pin on there. And then moving on to the catcher that's got a little stag pin. I know somebody asked me to do a stag pin on some longer knives, but by that point I'd already made everything, so it was I'll have to do that next time. Moving on, like I had in my last video, I've got a desert ironwood. This one's a muntjac catcher, muntjac mosaic pin on there, or muntjac skull mosaic pin on there. Red and black liners. Red stitching on the sheath. Red stitching on the sheath on this one. This one has got walnut handle with a bit of oh, what do they call it? Curly birch or massa birch on the front. So it's a muntjac catcher, black and red liners, not a muntjac catcher, sorry, a fallow catcher, with the fallow pin on there as well, brass pins on it. I always find that brass pins seem to work best when you're using sort of like wooden handles. So there we go. Next one, this one's Buckeye Bill, another fallow catcher, black liners on it, thick black liners. It's Buckeye handle, Buckeye Bill, or Californian Buckeye Bill, fallow buck pin, black stitching on that one, black red on that one. Moving on to this last one, which is a little, well, I say little, but it's a row catcher, so it's probably most, I would say, the utilitarian style that I've got. Red and black liners again, but this one has got a bit of antler on it. So if you watch the other video with the muntjac catcher on it, it's the same antler, or same type of antler that's on the front of this one. I think this one, I believe, is Pierre David. The thing about Pierre David antlers is a little bit more solid than what you'd find on sort of like a red or anything like that. Walnut on the back, black and red liners, and it's got the side on, oh sorry, the front on. It's got the front on roebuck pin on there. There we go. So that's all those ones. So that's a whole load of roe and fallow catchers. Just one more that I forgot to mention. So this one here. This one has got, it's Buckeye Bill handle on the front. It's got Buckeye Bill wood at the front of the handle. It's got like a green, emerald green resin. A little bit of sparkle in there as well. Bright orange liners, and this one is going to be, you can just see on the side possibly. I'll tell you what, if I hold it about there, I can zoom in on it a little bit more. But it's got a Stalking Show and bass. So this knife is going on the bass stand, and I believe they're going to be raffling it off. So if you're interested in this particular knife, hopefully they'll be selling the tickets at a reasonable price. In case in a ticket, you might be in for a winner. So this one has basically got, like I say, Buckeye Bill, green resin, front on, roebuck pin, and the sheath is, get the camera back on over here again, back on me. The sheath, walnut brown with some yellow stitching on there as well. So that's all those ones. I'll just put these away, and I've got one batch left to show you.